Hey everyone, this is Gary with Easy Go Junk. I know it's been a long time since we've done a video. We've had an interesting year, especially since the last time I had a video. One, I was training for the Rim to Rim Grand Canyon, which I successfully did, and we did it in one day. It wound up being a 27-mile hike, and I am so glad I did that. That was beautiful, and that was an awe-inspiring hike. Totally cool. The other thing is I've had some sciatic issues, which I also hiked the Grand Canyon with, and that is related to some back issues, which I've never really had in my life. And so we had to wind up pulling the trigger on changing some things up with Easy Go Junk removal, because number one, I'm not a spring chicken, and number two, I'm not getting any younger, and those are facts that I can't ignore. And so what we were going to do next year, hopefully sometime, we wound up doing this year. And that's why I'm outside right now. I'm waiting for the delivery of our new truck. We got a Chevy, it used. We got a Chevy 4500 cab over. 16, almost 16 and a half yard capacity, tarp, everything but one thing that we want, and the reason we bought it was so we could get a liftgate. So I kind of want to emulate a couple of the guys out there, especially Matt Vick. He has that on both of his rigs, and that's what we decided to do. We had to pull quite a bit out of our savings, which I didn't want to do until next year. But this is a reality for me, and I don't want to hurt myself, permanently or anything like that. So we wound up ordering that. So I can't wait till it gets here. When I bought it, it didn't have a tarp. So I had the company that I bought it from put on a tarp, and at first they wanted the one that goes all the way down, through the height of the bed, and I said no, I prefer it all up on top because I don't want it to get in the way of any kind of advertising that I'm going to be doing on the side of the truck. And so they did that, and they wound up doing it. It was more expensive that way, and they wound up doing it for the original, price of what they said they would. And the other thing is I wound up adding a foot all the way around the truck in height, because before it was only 13 yards, and I said that won't do for me, and talked to them about adding a foot all the way around, and they were able to do that, and very reasonable, I might add. And then they gave me it looks like a toolbox, but it really is a place to put my dolly, etc. And so I'm excited. I'm waiting for it to show up. They're gonna text me when they're a half hour away, and it should be here. So I don't know about you guys, but this year has been a little slower than last year, and I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. We are doing, but this bill is gonna be something, because now I have to go and letter it, and because I'm not going to drive around without it. Then I got to get DOT number, which I had no idea, and everything goes up. Insurance, everything. So I don't know if you guys are running DOTs, but there's only a couple of states that don't require you to run DOT, and I kept looking at it, and I'm looking at it some more, but I'm 99% sure that I need a DOT number. It says anything over 10,000 pounds for commercial hauling, whether you're interstate or intrastate. That is whether or not you're going state to state, or everything in one state. There's just a couple of states that don't require a DOT number. So you might want to look into that, because I'm looking at some of these guys that driving around here and they don't have them. And my understanding, if you get busted, you get busted, and it hurts. Well, here it comes. And that is it right there. The last one on the button. Look at that. cool. Let's go see what we got going here. All right, they're fixing to unload it, and interesting. Man, that truck has landed. It's not new, it's used, and sounds great. It's dirty, it's filthy. There we are. Let's go find out what we got. All right, that's the inside here. This thing, I can tell you right now, it is not perfect. In fact, there's things that I'm looking at that I gotta get some attention to. I love the fact that that step is there. I don't like the fact that this is almost, I don't know how guys do it. This is very, very high. So if you were to look at me, this is coming up to here. That doesn't do me right, but that's that foot that I had added on. And yeah, I think it'll work just fine. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I guess they're all cockeyed like that. Do anybody know about that? I don't, so that's an interesting thing. I'm talking about the tarp. I want to cut that out, and I want to get a, definitely I want to get a liftgate for this. Tires are in good shape. Very good shape. Not matches though. This is all rhino, and then the shiny part where my letters and stuff would go, that should look really good. This thing's filthy, and I got to go get some gas because this thing. Man, they sent me an empty truck. Everything up here is good. Everything here is good. Well, we shall see, man. I need to get a toolbox here and there. And you know what? I was gonna, and I think I am, gonna put my brooms and shovels and stuff right there. All right, man, last little bit for this video. I've walked around this truck. I kind of seen a few things that I'm gonna want to change. Got some work to do on it. I'm not liking where that tarp is sitting. Do you guys have any tarp systems like that? He said, oh, it must have happened in traveling, but I just sent him a picture that he sent, and it was crooked like that as well. Sorry, guys. Bad camera view. Anyway, there's some things that I don't like about it, and there's things that I do like about it. Turns on a dime, I can tell you that. I took it out and filled my gas up. There's an alarm that's set up. I'm not sure, it beeped all the way to the gas station, so called him. He goes, well, you'll have to have somebody disconnect it. And so I'm going to have words with him. Just sent him the picture that he sent me with the tarp crooked because he goes, oh, it must have happened, and it didn't. This is one of those things that when you buy from another state or a place you can't get to, that happen. And all in all, the bed looks like it's made very well. The shiny part, as you can see the insides, is much smoother. And then they put like a rhino thing on, on the uprights and all that. So there's some work to do on it. And I've already taken that thing to Tucson today, and it's got some power, I can tell you that. I want to get some miles in to kind of get an idea of what kind of mileage I'm going to get. That's always an interesting thing. I can tell you, pulling my trailer at the very best 9, most of the time just around that 8.5 miles per gallon. So if it's rolling though, it's making money. So anyway, so the reason I went to Tucson was I went to the guy who wrapped or put my decals, etc., on my trailer and my little truck right there, and had to measure everything out, and I'm waiting for a quote from him, and then as soon as I like it, he'll lay it out and give me an idea of what it will look like, etc., which I kind of got an idea, but we'll see. I can tell you this, man, I thought that green popped, but yellow on that black, poof, it's gonna look awesome. So I'm waiting for a quote on that. And then I'm also, I have called in one company, I've got to call in a couple more, find out what a liftgate is gonna cost me. I really didn't want to do this in the slow time of the year, but my sciatic is kicking my butt, and so I just got to get smart. And if it hurts a little bit financially, then so be it. It's all about making life easy. I don't work to live, man. Actually, I work to live. I just don't live to work. That's what I mean to say. So this is day 1 of the new truck, and so far, so good. I am going to be doing another video when everything gets on it, all the graphics, etc. So I'm looking at kind of some exciting days ahead. I definitely don't want to use it until I get a liftgate, because then you can step right up. You can use it as a step to get up into that high bed, because that's a high bed, and I don't know how some of you guys are doing it. I don't know how Got Junk does it, and I definitely wouldn't want to work out of that bed, especially with my hip the way it is. So anyway, this is Gary with Easy Go Junk Removal, and thanks for watching.